I want you to take a listen to this clip from New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt. One of the things that she was asked was whether or not this mission, this trade mission with all 13 premiers, was a effort in futility. And this is what she said.
I want to take issue with the question that was just raised because I think that the proposal that this hasn't been successful is false. We heard that tariffs were going to come in place on January 20th, and they didn't. We heard tariffs were going to come in place in February, and they didn't. We now have a reprieve till March, and we have a phenomenal team, Canada, that is here and united, engaging with Americans who agree that they see the impact that this is going to have on Americans.
Now, Marcia, it's interesting because Premier Holt is basically saying that it's a success because they've been able to delay the tariffs. But we have to put this in perspective. The Canadian economy is unstable at this point. Our Canadian dollar is dropping. So there is a lack of stability with not knowing exactly what Trump is going to do and how we are going to respond. Marcia.
So, Judy, the premiers also met with Dominic LeBlanc, and LeBlanc will be meeting with Howard Lutnick this afternoon. He is Trump's Commerce Secretary, the one you could say partially in charge of this file, at least fulfilling it. What did the premiers ask of LeBlanc before his meeting today with Lutnick?
Right. So Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc joined the premiers in a closed-door meeting right before they did their Q&A session. And one of the questions I asked Premier Fury of Newfoundland was, first of all, what was the ask at the table? What did the premiers want Dominic LeBlanc to convey to Howard Lutnick? And what they said was that they all wanted clarity. They need to know for sure our steel, and there is an optimism, I have to tell you, that there's a possibility, they believe, as thin as it may be, that steel and aluminum tariffs may not happen. There is even another sliver of hope that general tariffs may not happen in March after the 30-day pause, but they want all this clarified. They said right now we need to know some definite answers. Are they coming or not, so that we can respond? And the other thing they want that they put forward to Dominic LeBlanc was the idea that perhaps that it seems like since the Trump administration constantly wants to renegotiate different areas of trade, can they put the USMCA, that North American Free Trade Agreement negotiation, is that a possibility? Can that be a negotiating tactic? Can they stave off any more uncertainty by offering to renegotiate it early? So that is a question that is being presented to Lutnick, whether or not that is their ultimate goal to reopen the USMCA Free Trade Agreement, and whether or not that is doable from the federal perspective. Marcia.
Okay, Judy, really appreciate all that reporting. We're going to stay in close contact with you as you continue to follow the premier's visit there in Washington, and we'll come back to Judy.